with faces in iPhoto 09. Well, I hope you're as excited about it as I am. Love taking photos, love managing them in iPhoto. And iPhoto 09 with all these amazing features, and that's just some of them, didn't get to touch on them all, is incredible. And that's just the first of all the new products in iLife 09. If that isn't exciting enough, well, we've got a brand new version of Imovie as well. Yeah. Imovie was entirely new last year. Last year we had this amazing thing happen. One of our engineers, a brilliant engineer, came to us and said he had a whole new idea of a way to do video editing that would be faster and easier and more fun. And it was so amazing, we decided to completely rewrite Imovie and come out with a whole new version. Really, the only thing that was the same was the name. And in doing that, it was the first version last year. And Imovie has been around for quite a while and had a lot of depth of features. And not every feature was there for every customer. And some people said, look, this is really cool, but I missed some of the features I had previously. It's not everything I need yet. Well, this year, in this new version of Imovie 09, we've added so much depth and so much power that we really think it's going to be the video editing product that every customer is blown away with and loves. So what's in the new Imovie 09? Well, first, a very powerful way to do editing with a new precision editor. Advanced users can bring up an expanded view of their timeline and see their edits up close, edit the audio, edit the video, edit the transition with amazing control. Now, so much power, but it's still incredibly easy to use. When you drag videos into the timeline, we have a new advanced drag and drop feature. So you drag one video on top of another, context-sensitive menus pop up, showing you all the powerful things you can do with a single click. When you started to lay out all your clips, you can instantly make a beautiful movie with new dynamic themes, where you just, with a single click, select a theme, and Imovie automatically creates titles, transitions, effects, even credits, all for you with a single click. And it has this really cool feature. This is my favorite thing. It's called animated travel maps. A lot of the videos you take are of places you visit. Well, now you can automatically create 2D and 3D maps showing where you traveled right in your video. And if you're not the world's best videographer, maybe some of your videos get a little jittery, well, we've got automatic video stabilization, where Imovie will stabilize your video and take away all those jitters. And so things that might not have been usable before are now beautiful, pristine videos to include in your movie. Now, I'm blowing through these really fast, all these features, for a reason. Because it's video editing, and it's really hard to talk about on a slide. So the right way to show you the product is with a demo of the brand new Imovie 09. And I've done something really special. I've asked the engineer who came up with this brilliant idea for this new way to do video editing to do the demo for us. So please give a warm welcome to Randy Ubilos, the Chief Architect of Video Applications at Apple. Randy?
Thanks, Phil. Nice. Good morning. Very excited to be out here and get to show you all the cool new features in Imovie 09. So let's jump right in. I'm going to start out showing you some editing. So just like Imovie 08, we've got the great skimming that allows me to look through my content. I'm just going to go ahead and select a bit of this and just drag it up to my project. That'll add that in. We've got another shot here, and it'd be really nice to insert this in the middle of this clip. All I have to do with Imovie 09 is let go, and up pops this new menu. And because I have the advanced mode turned on in preferences, I get even more choices than what Phil showed before. I get things like cutaway, picture-in-picture, green screen that are available to me. But we're going to go ahead and do an insert. And so once I do the insert there, the clip gets dropped in right at the spot where I let go. I can play that back. And you see we have a nice cut over to that shot. Let's take a look at a clip down here.
I'm sure you're going to miss this place. Never even forget it.
That's a great dialogue shot, and the sound there would be really nice to put in underneath the video that we were just looking at. So I'm just going to skim along here and just select it.
I'm sure you're going to miss this place. Never even forget it.
Skimming makes it really easy to find exactly that piece of audio. I'll take this up and I'll drop it up here. And this time what I'm going to choose is audio only. And what that's going to do is just place the audio in underneath the video. And let's go ahead and play that back.
I'm sure you're going to miss this place. Never even forget it.
So really easy to do that kind of mixture of audio and video. Let's go ahead and I've got a clip down here, one of the kids jumping in the lake. Kind of fun. Let's go ahead and select a piece of that, and we'll drag that up into the project. And we have another shot here that was taken a little while later where he kind of jumps in again. So I'll go ahead and select that one, and I'm going to drag that up in here, and let's take a look at that. So those are some nice clips, but we could make that look a lot better if we tightened up the action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the new action pop-up, and I'm going to choose the precision editor. When I do that, what drops down is a magnified view of the edit that we're working on. And what you see here is everything on the upper line is all of the material to the left of the edit, and everything on the lower line is everything to the right of the edit. And I can skim back and forth and actually see the edit happen, but I can also skim on this clip and I can see the content before and after the edit on the clip on the left, and I can do the same thing on the clip on the right. So I can see all the different material that could be used for this edit. And everything you see here is interactive. I can grab this clip and move it back and forth. I can grab this clip and move it back and forth and adjust the edit any way that I'd like. Another really cool thing that I can do is I can actually come in here and just pick a spot and just click. And when I click, that point will slide over, and that becomes the point where the edit takes place in that clip. Let's come down to this clip here, and I'll pick a corresponding spot here where he goes in the water, and we'll click, and now let's take a look at the edit. So we've got this nice kind of shift in the angle. Now, very, very easy. So if we just take a listen here now to the audio, notice the audio shifts there because the audio is cutting at the same point the video does, and so because of the change in the angle, it sounds different. We can take care of that by just selecting the audio button here, and now I can actually see my audio track separately here, and I can actually go in and I can adjust this separately by dragging it. So now what I've done is I've made the audio on the first clip extend beyond the edit point. So let's go ahead and play that back. So we just get a nice clean piece of audio from the clip on the left. So as you can see, this is a really complex edit. In a Pro Tool, this would take a lot more steps, and we've done it in a nice, really interactive, visual way. Next thing I want to show, I want to switch to a different project. So the way I'll do that is I'll click and go to my new project library. The project library now shows you these great little film strips of each of your projects, so it makes it really easy to find. I'm going to switch over to this project of an African safari. This is actually some footage that I shot about a year ago on a trip to Africa, and I'll switch over to the corresponding event. Let's go ahead and take a look at this clip down here. This was shot in the back of a Jeep that was bouncing along, and the footage probably wouldn't be something that you'd actually use because there's just too much motion in it. One of the really cool new features we have is video stabilization. Now this stabilization is done in a two-step process. The first step, the iMovie goes through and analyzes each frame of your video and compares it to the one before and one after and figures out what all the motion is. That takes some time, but it can be done on an entire event all at once. And once that's been done, as it has for this event here, all I have to do is select the segment of the video that I want and just drag it up here into my project. And when we play it back now, the stabilization's been applied, and it almost looks like the car was floating along there. So you can see a huge difference. Now, I have another clip down here, and this one we were kind of chasing some gazelle in a Jeep, and it's almost hard to see the gazelle in there because the Jeep is bouncing around so much. If I just go ahead and take that clip, select it, and then drag it up here into my timeline, and now when I play it back, now the gazelle pop out because it's been stabilized so much. And you notice all I had to do was just drag that in, and the stabilization takes place. Let's take a look at another clip down here. We've got this great shot of this leopard coming down out of the tree, but it goes by so fast. It'd be really cool if we could slow that down. So let's go ahead, we'll select this, and I'm just going to drag this up here into my project. And now from the action menu, I'm going to choose Clip Adjustments. This brings up my inspector and allows me to adjust things. So we've got a nice slider here for speed. If I drag it to the right, the clip will go faster. Drag it to the left, the clip will go slower. We'll go ahead and do that, and let's just play that back. You'll notice it's now at half speed, no rendering, no waiting, takes place immediately. Another cool feature we have here is we have video effects. So we've got some great effects that you can do, And all I have to do is skim